After I told my Hindu parents that I was Christian, I struggled a lot with my identity. I kind of lost who I was as a human being. And I just kind of went back into trying to win their approval. I think that the biggest issue after you tell your family that you're a Christian is that you're going to get hurt and you're going to hurt them. Unfortunately, that will that will cause you to feel as if you have to win their approval again, right? That you have to win, like, you go back into becoming like a child and be like, God, I want to win their approval. God, if I do this, if I make enough money, if I do this, all this stuff will come into your mind. And we have to remember to commit our ways to the Lord, and He will straighten our path. Because our parents might call out things about us like, oh, look at Varun, he's making millions of dollars, he's the next Steve Jobs, he's got the startup, or he got into Stanford and all this stuff. And going on in your own mind is like, God, why I'm not good enough. And that perspective of I'm not good enough is exactly what the enemy uses to drive a wedge between you and God, because he knows that the enemy knows and God knows that you desire to have your family's approval. If you grew up in an Indian family, you know how much your parents' approval matters to you because you love them and that's how you were raised. But when you become a Christian, it's a shift that needs to take place, because if you don't take that shift and that leap of faith that says, God, I want your approval and I don't want the approval of the world. God, I want your approval more than I want my family's approval. That is the biggest leap that a Christian coming from a Hindu or a Muslim or an Eastern background has to take. You have to take that leap of, Lord, your will, not my will or my parents' will or anyone's will. It's that level of independence. It's that level of trust. It's that level of, God, I love you this much. I love my parents this much, but I love you this much, Lord. And I'm willing to take that leap of faith. And I know that you are trustworthy. And I know that you are my provider and my caretaker and my love of my life. And you have to have that mindset. If you don't have that mindset, you're going to miss out on the adventures and the life and the path that the Lord has for you, because he asks us to follow him. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down on green pastures. He leads me through it. Psalm 23, all right? Read that verse, and that's a reminder that God is a shepherd, that he takes care of his flock, that he has a path for us. And that whenever you go down a path that is not meant for you, which is chasing after the things of the world, when you get distracted as a sheep, right? I want their approval. I want his approval. I want all my family's approval, all this stuff. You miss out on focusing on the approval and following the shepherd, okay? I went down that path, and I'll tell you the stories that I've been through and how God kept being faithful. God kept being patient. God kept looking at me and saying, come this way. But I kept getting broken. And I'll tell you that story. And let's get the word out about what Christians in Eastern families who are in Hindu or Muslim families are going through right now. And if you have a testimony of you getting persecuted by your Hindu or your Muslim family, follow me and message me right now so that we can connect and that we can share your testimony to inspire other Indian Christians or hidden Christians all across the world to become courageous Christians for the Lord Jesus Christ. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.